Hey, what's up, guys? So in this video, we're going to be kind of get a little bit deeper into showing kind of one of the cool features about Webpack, which is the whole module bundling and kind of code splitting. So basically, we're going to learn how to create multiple bundles um, of our files. So instead of having one massive JavaScript file, because as you can imagine, as your application is going to grow and grow and grow, your code's going to get really large. And instead of having one huge single file, we can split up our JavaScript into separate files so that we can, on each page of our application, we can just pull in that specific file that only contains the code that is necessary for that page. So instead of having a single file that has the code for all of our pages and we're using on every single page, we can slim that down and then we can only target on each page to pull in the code that's only necessary to be executed on that specific page. So let's see how we can do that. So again, referencing the links here on the repo, the links in the description. There's multiple bundles right here. And so it's called output management in the docs. So let's do, first thing we're going to do is let's create a separate file, which we should already have a couple files in here. Module, yeah, we've got a few. We've got hello and module. So basically, if you can imagine that these separate JavaScript files all related to separate pages or different parts of our application, we can pull all this stuff out and keep it all separate. So let's see how we can go about doing that through the documentation. Okay. So within our config, basically what we do is we just need to create a separate entry point. So right now, the way things are set up is we have this single point of entry, this index.js, but if we want separate files, we need to tell Webpack about these separate files. So let's create, let's create an object, app. You can call these whatever you want. App is just going to be the name of this particular bundle, and this is going to be our main one, so it's going to be src index.js, and then we've got I'm going to call this one about. Let's say we have an about page, so let's do /source js about.js. Now this file doesn't actually exist, so let me create that real quick. Oops. Okay. So now we've got, you can call these again anything you want. This could be food, this could be whatever, contact, it could be whatever you want. Because whatever you name this key right here, this is going to be the name of the actual file when it gets done. So right now, as it stands, if we have two entry files, but we still only have a single output file, and we want both of these to be created into separate files. So we need to modify this a little bit. So instead of file name bundle.js, we can put in this little placeholder. And if we do this placeholder name.bundle.js, now when Webpack runs, it's going to create a file called app.bundle.js, and then it's going to create another file called about.bundle.js. So this name little placeholder right here is just going to be a filler, and these are going to fill it in as it gets created. So let's just do yarn run build. Okay, and so now you can see now we have an about.bundle.js and we have an app.bundle.js. So this is how we're going to separate and create different bundles. So this way we have code specific for specific locations and specific pages within our application. There's also another plugin I want to show you that they tell you how to use here. It's called HTML Webpack plugin. Let's install this. Yarn add -D. Okay, now basically what this is going to do, this is going to automatically create a HTML page for us. In a later video, I'm going to show you how you can customize this plugin to create multiple HTML pages, but just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to kind of briefly go over it. So we no longer really need this index.html page. We can just delete that. But in our Webpack config, we need to tell Webpack about this. So let's create a new variable, const HTML Webpack plugin require HTML Webpack plugin. Okay, add it to our plugins array down here. New HTML Webpack plugin. Let's kind of show you. Let's just call it so in a later video I'll show you some of the options and the parameters that you can pass into this plugin. But basically what I'm saying is when you use this plugin, add in the title, just call it multiple bundles. You can call it whatever you want. So you notice we deleted our index.html file here, but if we run build again, okay, now it's automatically created an index.html file, and if you notice, it's automatically referencing and injecting the app.bundle.js and the about.bundle.js. Now again, I'm going to mention it again, you're probably not going to want all of your bundles in one single file, so I'm going to show you how to configure this plugin so that you can specifically say, for this HTML file, use this bundle, for this HTML file, use this other bundle, but that's just kind of the very basics just to get that working. And then finally, I want to install one more plugin because if you notice, every time we run build, this stuff kind of starts to build up after a while, and this dist folder can get kind of messy. So there's a plugin, and let me show you down here, this clean Webpack plugin that's going to automatically, every time we run build, it's going to clean all this up for us. Let's install it, yarn add -D clean Webpack. Okay, let's go back into our config. Let's add it here. Okay, and then before all these things get executed, we're just going to run this clean Webpack plugin, and then it takes an array. We're just going to tell it which directory do you want to clean. We want to clean this dist directory. Let's indent that. Okay, let's watch this as I run this. See, it's going to delete it, and then it's going to put it back. So now every time we run build, it's going to delete all of the old files so that every time we run build, we're going to know that we're dealing with fresh files. So there's no old stuff left over that could potentially cause errors, and you might be wondering why didn't this update, things like that. Now we've got a clean slate. Every time we run build, we're only running the latest and the newest code. That's it, guys.